I am not here to force you to believe something that you don't believe. I am here to continue my spiritual path and in my consciousness journey, continue to grow and be the vessel for other people to grow as well. And as I continue to grow and be the vessel for you, hopefully you can recognize that the only thing that any of us really want is not the big house and the money and the relationship and the fancy cars. It's the oneness that is already inside of you that is distorted by the ego, by the ego's wants and needs, the ego's wants and needs for the fancy car and the money and but you already are oneness. You're already the same as the water and the trees and the mountains and everything. You are simply just an aspect of this universe sent down here from whatever cosmos you believe in to potentially be the vessel for change, to be the vessel for other people to come forward and change their life. This is not religion. It's a recognition of what's true in you already, and that is it. And to fully dissolve that is to sometimes, for some people, may mean some pretty drastic changes in their life. It doesn't always have to be that way. But if you find yourself working in a job where maybe you don't know how to get out of your ego and be more in your heart space, then maybe you have to switch jobs. That's for you to say what is right for you in that moment. Sometimes, if we're at a job that we dislike, changing the how we're doing it instead of the job itself helps to make the job more bearable. So, if things aren't going well in your job, but you're still lacking presence while doing your job, maybe focus on the presence, and the job might get easier, and you might notice how little you care what job you're actually working, because the quality of your life doesn't depend on your job anymore. It more it's more like you're so focused on your inner space and being in the present moment and recognizing when the ego wants to creep in again is just simply an illusion that what you do really has no importance anymore. Being in our heart space and remaining in our heart space is simply easier than people might think, to take our awareness and just direct our attention into our heart, where love can actually flourish and we can love all things and all beings and not be concerned with what happens in this world. So at first it's focused attention on the now, and then second is directing our attention into our heart, finding that space of oneness, repeating it in your mind if you have to remind yourself constantly that you are oneness. You are already whole and complete. You do not need anything to happen in this world. So even if you have to repeat it at first, transcending it comes when you no longer want to suffer in this world anymore. When you decide it's more important to do what feels good and to do what feels right than to let short cravings of food, sex, television that's unconscious consume your being. Even if you do watch unconscious television, which we all do, are you doing that and being in your heart space, being in your heart center? And are you limiting it to a certain amount each day? Or are you getting sucked back in to the world again? All I know is that I no longer want to suffer in this world, and that's my only desire. And hopefully I can bring other people with me. That's the only goal I have in this world. So no matter what I have to, what else I do in this world, it does not matter. That is number one. All right, I'll talk to you later.